Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sandra, and this video is my recent journal haul. So I am actually going to link both of my videos that I have done recently. They were done in 2020. One was called my Pauper Press journal kind of collection, I guess. It wasn't really a haul because those are journals that I had purchased over many years, and there were a ton of them. Pauper Press are some of my very favorite journals. I do get them from Amazon and also Indigo or Chapters in the bookstore. So then I also had another journal haul, which was kind of my miscellaneous journals, but most of those were also purchased from Indigo or some random places. And kind of what catches my eye with the journal is kind of the general aesthetic, sometimes the size. I don't like oversized journals because I like ones that I can kind of complete within a timely manner. I don't like those really big ones with really big paper. And also, I don't love the lines in some of the Pauper Press journals because they are really wide. And if you have a really fine print, a really small print, sometimes it looks a little weird. But we're going to get into these. So I did order some recently from Amazon, and I have been to Kohl's, like my local Kohl's, which is just kind of the Indigo Chapters branch, which my local store is very tiny, and they didn't have much of a selection, so I only found one. And I did find one at Walmart because occasionally I do like looking around at Walmart. And so we're going to get started. Some of these journals are my very favorite. Like, I love them so much, you guys. Oh, it breaks my heart to use them. That's why I collect them, but I do use them. So let me assure you, they do get used. So this is the first journal I want to share. This was actually from Walmart. And the reason why I got it is because it doesn't really strike me as a Walmart journal. The inside does, but not really the outside. I'm really liking this kind of teal palm leaf color cover with the gold kind of accent detail. It is Markings. That's the brand name usually I get from Walmart. And the inside has this patterned paper. And the only thing, again, that I'm not in love with is that this journal does have the room for the date at the top, but it's not a deal breaker because I always put the date at the top of my journal entries anyway. So I like it because sometimes the paper quality, so the paper quality isn't usually the best, obviously, when you get it from Walmart or even journals on Amazon, but sometimes I like that written in feeling, like once you write on it. And I do prefer using ballpoint pen in my journals as opposed to my bullet journal, which I really like to use a Pentel Energel, which is a black gel pen. And once you use a ballpoint pen on these pages, they really feel written in, and that's what I love it. I love the smell of the ink on the page. So my fellow journal writers, you'll get this. You'll completely like know what I mean when I say that. So the next one I will share with you is the one I recently got from Indigo or Kohl's. Now I do have this one in my collection. You will have seen this in my miscellaneous journal collection video. This one is a Studio O, and I really like Studio O journals. They have some really gorgeous covers and just some really cool details that you don't really see in other journals. So for instance, this one doesn't have like a binding so much as it's the little pieces of paper sewn together, and then this whole end piece is glued. And I like that style in some journals. And the benefit is that it lays completely flat without having to break it in, which is really neat. And this paper is also thinner. So I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but Pauper Press paper is really thick in especially the larger size journals. So generally they've got two main sizes, but you will get smaller journals thrown in, and I will share one of those today with you. So this journal, this elephant, it does say, when you love what you have everything you need, with a mama elephant and a baby elephant. I mean, it could be a papa elephant too, so we won't We won't discriminate which gender it is, but the inside is just so beautiful. I love this pattern, and this is like one of my favorite journals. I love that the end piece is like teal. I think that's really cute, and then there's a little baby elephant on the back. So those are my two like miscellaneous journals. The rest of these are all Pauper Press. I did get them from Amazon. They came in 3 separate deliveries because they came from different spots. So I want to share the different sizes here with you. And I did realize that some of the journals, let me just see. Okay, most of these are all of the same size, with the exception of the tiny one in front of me here. So I don't have any of the large ones in this haul. So these retail at $13.99 for like this size here. And then this tiny one is $10.99. You can get deals sometimes, especially if you go to your local bookstore. Sometimes they do have sales, which is usually when I pick up my journals, to be quite honest. And the reason I do that is because if you wait long enough, like if you have enough journals on hand and you wait long enough, the journal that you've got your eye on will eventually go on sale in your bookstore. And so this one is called the Dragonfly Dreams Journal. It says, "Our truest life is when we are in dreams awake," by Henry David Thoreau. It's 160 lined pages, and it doesn't have any edging or anything. Sometimes I like when they have the gold edging. And actually in this haul, I only have one of the journals that has that, so that's interesting to note. But I really like Pauper Press journals because they have these gorgeous little accents on the front that are sometimes gold or, you know, like just really, really pretty. They do all come with these elastic bands to keep the journal closed, and they generally have bookmarks, but I'm pretty sure that this one does not. Oh, actually, you know what? None of these ones do. That's interesting, again, to note, because most of my other ones do have bookmarks. So that's an interesting little feature. However, they do have a pocket at the back. That's one thing that I've seen all of these journals come with, and they're just really nice lined pages. The pages are off-white, so they're not bright white. And these ones don't seem as thick as some of the other Pauper Press journals that I own. So sometimes I have to be in the mood to write in small journals, but the thing I like about smaller journals is that yes, you can get through a journal really quickly, and there's sometimes when that doesn't matter to me, that the whole point of the journal is just to write your thoughts, your feelings, events that have happened throughout the day. However, there are times when I grow really bored with a journal, because I do get bored really quickly, and I like to switch things up quite often. And that's sometimes why I like small journals, because I do finish them quickly. And in a large journal, for instance, I'll write like every day. I'll usually write in the morning and then in the evening, and I'll usually write if I'm really super busy that day, I'll just write on one side of the page. But if I have enough time, one morning I'll write like a whole spread, and then that evening I'll write another whole spread. So generally it's like 4 pages altogether that will be written on every single day. So I do get like through the tiny ones even more quickly because the pages are so much more smaller. So that's that one. The next one is this Imagine journal. So this one doesn't have any of that gold reflect on the front. Instead, it's got this creamy white overlay. It's like actually a little bit bumpy, and some of the dots are glossy. So this is the back. It's the same as on the front. It has the little elastic closure, and this journal is actually bright white. So you'll see how some of them change. It's quite interesting how the little changes with each journal, and I kind of think that's interesting because honestly, I like when journals are different, and that's what makes them unique and why I love them so much. So that is an interesting feature, because most Pauper Press journals they have like creamy off-white pages. The next one is the Sea Life Sketches journal. It says, "The writer must wade into life as into the sea, but only up to the navel," by Gustave Flaubert. This is also 160 lined pages. It does have the It's got a thicker elastic actually, and it has the back pocket. So the end pages are this kind of like bronzy gold color. And again, the pages are that pretty off-white color. And but I'm not sure if you can see from here, but how the lines are quite wide. It's wide ruled, and if you have a small hand, you might not enjoy that. I'm pretty sure I measured these before, but let me just do it for you again. And these are the same for every Peter Pauper Press journal. So let's do centimeters. They are 3/4 of a centimeter exactly. So 0.75 centimeters for each line. And this one again has the gold accents with the sea life creatures. I actually like this. This looks like a feather, but it's just like a seaweed. I'm going to save my favorite ones to the very end. Oh, actually, they're all my favorite. Who am I kidding? Okay, let's do this one first. So this one again has those pretty gold accents on the front, and it's cacti, and I just really like this. Or actually, it says succulents, but I mean, that kind of look like cacti to me. It says Watercolor Succulents Journal. If you look the right way, you can see that the whole world is a garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. 160 pages, again, same as the previous journals. It's got a really thick elastic closure, and I love this bright green inside, and then exactly the same on the inside here. This is, I'm totally a summer spring journal to me. Another one is, now this one I've wanted for a really long time, and I don't know why it just struck me. It says Wanderlust. It's The Mountains Are Calling and I Must Go by John Muir, 160 pages. Again, it's just plain. It's got this dark navy blue bookmark, and I'm in love with this cover. It's kind of like one of those mural paintings, like kind of a collage almost. I love that. It's got this dark navy blue inside and the pocket at the back. The next one is this mermaid journal. It says, I must be a mermaid. I have no fear of depths and a great fear of shallow living by Ane Nin. Again, the same. It's a teal elastic closure with the bronze inside. And I really do, I like this front page where it'll show a little picture of like kind of the theme of the journal. So that's kind of cute. And the pages seem to be a little bit more white than the previous ones. The next one is my hummingbird journal. It says Gentle Day's Flower. The hummingbird competes with the stillness of the air by Chegyum Trungpa. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. 160 pages, dark purple bookmark. And you guys know why I love this cover, because purple is my favorite color. It's just so gorgeous. I am so in love. And again, the yellowish pages. I like these smaller journals because they're also more portable. I think that's another feature if you're traveling, or, well, not traveling so much right now, but if you're going anywhere or doing any driving, it's nice to have a smaller size journal. Now this one, I love this glossy city effect on the front cover. It's just so cute, and I think it might inspire one of my future bullet journal themes. I'm not gonna lie. So this is a light kind of lavender purple bookmark, or sorry, elastic closure. It's got this pretty purple inside on the cover, and again the same on the inside. It's just something about this journal. It says the Twilight City Journal. I never write Metropolis for 7 cents when I can write city and get paid the same, by Mark Twain. I love Mark Twain quotes. And the last journal that I have is probably my favorite one. I love this. I'm so in love with it. I think my top, oh my gosh, you guys, I have no idea. My top 4, I have to say a top 4 because I just love them so much, are these 4 right here. They're just so wonderful. I just love them so much. Again, a bright blue bookmark, and this cover, it's not even the glossy, it's like this metallic color, which I love. Again, I love how Peter Pauper Press journals, the details in each of them, the cover, you know, all of the things just put together are just so, they make the product so gorgeous. So I just really appreciate every aspect. This one is the gold, has gold edging, and I just love that. It's just one of those beautiful features. It is the Jellyfish Journal. Life is a beautiful, magnificent thing, even to a jellyfish, by Charlie Chaplin. I like Charlie Chaplin's quotes too. I think they're really nice. And again, it's got that bronze inside and the same type of paper. This paper feels a little bit more sturdy, I think is the right word. And that's it for my journals. And also, if you guys want to check out my website, I do have a whole bunch of new pictures up of all of my journals. You can find my website at www.sandradahl.ca. I'll leave that on the screen for you. And yeah, go ahead and check that out. I do have a few words on that. And I have a blog as well on my website about journaling. So if you were curious, go ahead and check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I would love if you would subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification button, because that will remind you every time I upload a new video and you won't miss a single one. We'll talk to you guys again very soon. Bye now.